Hi my loves, welcome back to today's video. This is not a normal style video. I don't know what I'm going to title this, but I just need a little break. And I'm going to start with this because obviously I'm moving to Cincinnati here soon, so for you guys, you're not going to see a difference. I've pre-filmed 8 videos for you guys for these next like 2 to 3 weeks. So realistically, you guys should have a video either later. Today's Friday when you're seeing this. So you guys should have a video Saturday, Sunday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday of the following week. So you guys won't see a difference, but that's going to allow me to take a little bit of a break. I need one. I love being on YouTube. I love being able to talk to you guys and share experiences with you guys and do these videos for you, but like it gets draining, not because of YouTube, truthfully, just because of life. And this used to be, like, I still have a very small channel, don't get me wrong, but like this used to be a teeny tiny channel with like 200 people, and I would post whatever the fuck I wanted, and that was it. And like now it's like, so many people want to see different things, and they want, only specific artists, and I've got to go about it this way and that way, and it's like I've lost a little bit of like it feels like I've lost a little bit of like my creative freedom on this channel a little bit. But I guess that's what happens when you get into like you start to niche yourself, it can get to be tiring. But I just need a break. I talk to you guys a lot about my mental and emotional everything, and my depression that I've faced for a really long time, honestly, and I just didn't really know what it was called, because it's just not something that was ever spoken about in my household, but I talked to you guys about how for a really long time, like, I was just feeling numb, and I couldn't feel anything no matter how hard I tried, and I'm now here wishing that were the case, because I feel like I felt nothing but like immense sadness and just not understanding my purpose here anymore. And it sounds like, what the hell, Allysa, because like I'm moving to a new city, I got a new job, I have so much in front of me, I'm only 22 years old, I have my whole life, right? But like it feels like no matter what doors God's opening for me, I'm stuck, and I don't know why, and I have just felt like I'm spiraling, and I don't know why. I don't. And like it's hard because like this used to be like my little sanctuary, and like now I come on and like I always say, 90% of you guys are great, but like there's so many people, like that are in my DMs that are just like haters, and like people that are so upset that I drink wine or I smoke a blunt. Like, and it's just like, it gets just to be taxing, because I just like, this YouTube channel is just meant to be me being me, vibing out and making good, friendships and relationships with you guys, like that's the only purpose. It was just to give a voice to people who maybe didn't feel comfortable sharing theirs, you know what I mean? Like I talk so much about mental health because for a long time, like I felt like I couldn't go on social media and find people talking about it, or not in a way that I related to, so like I would constantly talk about it, and I do talk about my reactions, and then I'll have people be like, oh, like the video starts here, or skip ahead here, or you talk so much, and then it's like, well, like, okay, like, it's just like, that's honestly the least of my issues, guys, but like I need a YouTube break because life is just like kicking me. It's been kicking me. I feel like I'm trying to figure out like what is going to make me happy, what is going to bring me out of this, and I don't know. I have prayed, for so long I have like cried to God, you know, and like please, like, just take this from me, you know, like whatever this weight on my heart is, just like remove it, because I haven't felt normal in so long. And I think it's been like just like a buildup of a lot of things, you know, but it's just like being a people pleaser and being someone who is constantly considering everyone else's emotions and everyone else's, their schedules and their time and everything, and feeling like I'm never really doing anything for myself. You know, I'm always doing things for other people, and like being afraid to say no. You know, like I love my family and I love my friends, but like sometimes it feels like no one understands like me. You know, like I feel tremendously misunderstood in this world, and it's like, I don't know, every time I think I got it, or I think there's someone who understands me, you know, like there's some kind of ulterior motive. And I honestly don't, like, I don't believe in love anymore. I don't think, which is sad because I used to be like a hopeless romantic. Like I really did. I really used to like be the glass is half full kind of person, and I used to look at my life and like all I wanted was to fall in love and to be loved and to be able to love someone. Like that's all I wanted for a really long time. And I used to pray that that's what God would give me. And every time I thought I got it, it was just a broken person who needed healing and used me to heal, and then broke me in the process, you know. And like it's the way life goes, I guess, sometimes. So it's okay, but it's like I'm tired. I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of people only wanting physical things, or maybe pretending to want something deeper, but you know, at the end of the day, they only want something physical, you know. Like I'm tired of just like surface level conversations. I'm tired of my time being wasted. Like I'm tired of looking for myself in other people and not finding it. And like I know that there's like a world of people out there who are like me, who think similarly to me, who want things that I want. I just haven't found them, you know. And it feels like at times like I'm never going to. And it's like I live for the day, guys. Like I truly live for the day where I find one person in this world that I feel like understands me completely. And I guess I do have one. I do have one, because my dad is my absolute best friend. And he understands me, I think, closer than anyone ever will. But he's my dad. Like, I love him to death, but I need a little more than that, you know? Like, it would be nice to have someone my age who understands, or who wants to understand. I don't know. I feel like it's hard for me to find people who don't have ulterior motives, you know, or actually truly genuinely like want to know me, you know. I don't know. I feel like it is just, shit is hard. Shit is hard. I think I'm a little scared to move to this new city and to be working in this new environment and to have to restart and do it all over again. Like, it's hard enough maintaining friendships that I have, let alone going out into the world and making new ones, and like not knowing who to trust. Like I feel like my trust has been so severely shattered. I don't even know where to pick it up again. You know, like, I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I feel like my judgment is just terrible because I put my trust in people that I shouldn't. But I also don't want to ever assume that someone is something that they're not. You know, I don't want to assume that, or I guess I don't want to make other people pay for the mistakes of people who have hurt me. And so I go into things very trusting because I think that's what is deserved, you know, and I guess I'll just always be like that because that's how I would want someone to treat me. I wouldn't want someone to be constantly putting me to the test or constantly making me have to earn something that other people never had to earn. You know what I mean? Like, I try to be understanding, and like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm scared. I have a deep fear that I'm going to pick up and leave my life here and be tremendously unhappy all by myself, you know? And like, I don't know, because I'm an independent person. I'm a very independent person. But like, I will call my dad and be like, you know, like, this movie looks good, like, let's go do that. You know, like, I am so scared. And I think the reason I am so scared is because I have been struggling for so long, you know, and it's like, you wonder how much more someone can take before, like, you just finally fucking break. And I don't know where that line is. So I'm praying to God that I find what I'm looking for, or whatever, because I don't really know what I'm looking for, but like, I pray that this weight is lifted and that maybe starting fresh, like, I will feel better and I will feel happy and at peace, and like, that's all I can really do is like trust the process and take it day by day. But it's hard because like, when I look at even like life right now, like, obviously I don't want kids right now, but like, if I look at my life as a whole, I've always had like one thing that I knew for a fact I wanted, and it was to be a mom and to fall in love. Like, I just have always known that I'm meant to be a mom one day. You know, like, I love kids. I nannied for years and years, and you know, I went to El Salvador on my mission trip, and I had I led a small group of, you know, they were my little fifth graders at the time, until they were in 8th grade, and you know, like, I love kids, and I have such like a heart for nurturing and for having just like, not even just little babies, but like to give my future children better than what I had. And like, I don't mean that in like a way that my parents were by any means bad. My dad is like my best friend. He was like Mr. Mom and Dad. And you know, my mom, like, it's no disrespect, like, she was a good mom, and I don't want anything to get misconstrued, but like, our relationship, and I can say this because she does not watch these videos. She doesn't even know I make them for a reason. But she was always very hard to impress. And like, the thing was, I come from a family of six in total, of like parents included. So I have 3 siblings, and I was a middle child. And like, for whatever reason, everything that my siblings did, I had to do 10 times better for her to give me any kind of validation for it, for her to care about it, you know? And it felt like she, I don't know how to explain it, guys, but trigger warning for anyone who needs it, but back in high school, you know, I had dealt with my sexual assault, and as soon as that happened, it was like something flipped, and like, she started looking at me like I was just like the worst like the worst daughter possible, you know, and I was the oldest, and like I always did everything I could to be a good sister to my little sister and to do everything I could to be a golden child. You know, National Honor Society and small group, you know, Bible study, cross country, track, good grades. I did everything I possibly could to make sure that no one could ever say anything. And no matter what I did, no matter how good I did, you know, it never felt like it was enough for her. And I felt like I spent so much of my life going out of my way trying to make her love me. You know, like it always felt like I had to earn it. And it didn't feel like my siblings did, you know. She would be at every single one of their sporting events. She wouldn't miss anything for them, but like when it was me, when it was, for example, horseback riding, like I fucking loved horses and I was so passionate about it. And like for a long time, like there was something just so therapeutic, and I was at a point in my life where like I just needed something, you know, and like that's what I loved to do. And it was like they pulled me out of it because it was too expensive. And then when it came into my siblings, it was like there was no amount of money that they wouldn't spend for their success. And you know, and I paid for all of my college by myself. You know, I didn't take out any loans, nothing. And like that's fine. You know, I by no means needed them to do that, but then watching them, you know, like pay for my sister's college, and it's like it's just like it's hard. It's hard to kind of feel like no matter what I do is like never enough. And like I guess my people pleasing ways greatly stem from me trying to please my mom and trying to have her look at me and like be proud, because she always made it feel like I had to earn it. And I was always a sensitive child, you know, like my parents didn't have to yell at me, they didn't have to punish me, they just gave me that look, and as soon as I felt that look of disappointment, I was like instantly crying. They never had to yell at me. And like looking back on it, it's really sad, and I don't know why that was, but it was like my mom was such an angry person for so long, and it was like every little thing, you know, like was just made her mad, and it felt like I always made her more upset than everyone else. And like I don't know. There's so much that I went through, and I never felt comfortable sharing it with her or with any of my family, really, because I just knew it would be something that was going to be translated and turned into me somehow being in the wrong again for things that weren't my fault, you know? So it's like, it's hard. Even when I was dealing with my rape, you know, like the first thing she said was, "That's why you don't sneak out." And it's like, yeah, I guess so. And it just like, I don't know, guys. I don't know why I just went on that tangent. It's just like, I don't know why. Like, I do know why I look for validation and I people please, and I want to make everyone happy around me, because like the one person who was supposed to give you that for free never seemed to give it, you know? The one person in your life that's supposed to just like love you just because, unconditionally, made it feel like I had to earn every little bit that I got, you know? So like when I look at my life, I want to be a mom, and I want to like show my kids that you don't have to earn my love or me being proud, you know? Like I don't care what you do, whether you do sports, whether you are in choir, hell, like I don't fucking know, like whatever it is you do in life, I will be there, and I will be the proud mom with the signs, you know? Like I want to make sure my kids feel so loved and protected and safe to share their feelings and their emotions, and to understand that like I'm not perfect, because like my mom for a long time, and still does, has like this tendency to like think that she is just perfect, and everyone else is wrong. And like I want my kids to know that I'm not perfect. This is my first time going through life the same way it's their first time. And like that's why I try to have grace, you know, for my mom and for my parents and for the ways that they could have done better, because I understand it's their first time living too, you know. And that was actually something that like one of my best friends told me, and it like stuck. It really stuck. And I was like, yeah, like that's so true. It's their first time. No one teaches you how to do it. And so like I don't hold any resentment for my mom or for my parents in certain situations that they didn't act differently on, but it has shaped how I see myself a lot. My confidence, I think I portray a lot of confidence, but a lot of times I'm overcompensating for the fact that deep down inside, like I'm terrified of being left behind, you know, and forgotten, and everyone else's world keeps spinning and mine just stays still. Like I am terrified of that happening, and so I do whatever I can to stay a necessity in people's lives, because I've watched so many people walk out of my life and not need me anymore, you know. So I do everything I can to be someone that people want to keep around and be peace and light and positive things, you know, so that people don't feel a reason to leave me behind, you know. But I don't know, I guess like the older I'm getting, sometimes I wonder, is like, I don't know guys, I wonder sometimes if like God gives us what we want in life, genuinely, like what we want deep down in our hearts, because I want a family, I want to be in love, I want kids, but then there are things that will happen, you know, and like I found out I had PCOS, and then I had PID, and if you guys don't know what PCOS is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, and basically you have a bunch of cysts on your ovaries, and they can, some of them rupture, you know, I've had to get some of them removed, and it affects your fertility, and PID also does as well. It can travel up your fallopian tubes and create infertility that way, just like a lot. And like there are things that I won't put out on the internet because it's just personal, but things that I have gone through. I mean, I think you guys can infer, but I've been through loss, you know, and it makes me scared. It scares me to think that I'm not ever going to be able to be a mom. And like that's the biggest thing that I want in this life, more than anything, because I just know that like that's something that would give me purpose, and that's something that like, if that's all I did in life, if all I did was be a good mom, I would die a happy woman, you know. So like it's hard sometimes to think like that's what I want, but it feels like every chance I get, God is showing me like maybe that's not what you need, or that's not what I don't know. So like I pray about it all the time, because like I try to tell myself God wouldn't put something on my heart so passionately if he didn't plan on giving it to me in the future. But at the same time, I'm like sitting here and I'm like, why did you give me a broken body? Why, you know, like, why did you make it so hard? Why are people coming into my life who don't want to love me? Like, I'm drained. Guys, I'm fucking drained. And like, I think it's hard because I've felt nothing for so long that like now I'm feeling everything. I've been numb for so long that now it's like I'm struggling with feeling things. I've just been in my feels and like very emotionally lately, and like I can't sleep. Like it's 2:55 right now and I'm awake because I can't I can't sleep at all anymore. I just wake up and I stress, and I will lay down at night and I stress, and then I'll do it all over again. And it's like, before I was like, please, like, I want to feel something, and now it's like, I wish I could just rid myself of this weight. But I don't know, guys. I know this isn't my typical video, but like, I'm gonna be taking a break, like I said in the beginning of this video, and it's not gonna change for you guys because I have my pre-film videos. So you'll be seeing this today, later today on Friday, but I will be posting it on Saturday. You'll have a video on Sunday, and then, like I said, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday of the next 2 weeks, you'll have the videos. I'll be taking a break, and before you know it, I'm gonna be moved out, and I'll give you guys an empty apartment tour and all of that. But I don't know, guys. I know this isn't my normal style of video anymore. All I do is reactions, and that's not to say it in any type of way. I love doing them, but like, it gets draining, and I just know there are a lot of you out there who struggle and who want someone to relate to and need someone to relate to, and like, I feel the same. That's why I started this YouTube, because like, I need people who understand, because if not, like, I don't know where else I will ever find it, because it's hard enough to find in my regular life. So it's like, this was like my last shot, and YouTube saved me. It really did. It saved me when I was waking up every single day just crying nonstop every day, couldn't get out of bed, and I hated myself. I hated looking in the mirror. I just hated me. I hated everything about me. And then I started to use YouTube as my form of therapy, and it quickly became an outlet for me, and it still is. And so I guess I try to keep this channel as positive as possible, because I want people to have a safe place and a space that they can come to just find understanding and you know, to escape the world. But I know that there are a lot of people who are going through real life things, and so I'm always going to try to post when I'm maybe struggling a little bit more, because if it allows other people to talk about their struggles, or someone out there needs to hear it, then it's there. But that's all, my loves. I will see you guys very soon. You will see me tomorrow by the time you're seeing this video. Thank you guys for being patient, and yeah, that's all I've got.